Yo, yo, what is up? What is up, people? It's MJ to the T, and we back again with another one from LA Noire, case number 19. Pretty sure it's 19, but this case is called A Walk in Elysian Fields. I think I said that right. And we're going to continue the story. As we are in the arsons department now. We cracked the case so far that's starting to look kind of fishy. These arsons are coincide with the travel agency that's sending folks to trips, and then they come back to house on fire because of this government funded renovation program that they got going on that's taking out all of the houses because they're developing condos, I think, or something like that. All I know is we got another case on the desk and we're about to solve it. What in the name of all origami is this?
House fire. Bad one. At least 4 Vicks. Get out there and find out what you can. The address is 650 North Hobart.
Okay.
If you were twice as smart,
yeah, I'm
you'd
thinking
still
of
be
moving
stuck.
up to a 45. I want to stop him at 1.5.
Off to the next burnt up house.
Putting recording device. That son of a bitch looks a lot like the cop.
Damn, calm down, bro.
You can drive.
You hear about Rancho Escondido?
Are we having a conversation, Biggs?
Okay, fuck it. Forget
I'm teasing you, Herschel. Tell me about it.
On the new housing developments, a couple of weeks from completion. Burnt to the ground last night. GIs are ready to move in this weekend. Developer's gonna have some very angry customers.
Is that so? The Suburban Redevelopment Fund. That's the corporation that's behind all this crap. Big old house burnt down to the ground.
You guys better see this. I hope you have strong stomachs.
Damn.
Do you have a name?
Morelli, Mike. We recovered a picture of the family.
Okay. Anything else?
Be honest, I just got here, Phelps. Best you talk to Lynch. He's the expert.
Doesn't make any sense. Why aren't they scattered around like the rest of the debris?
I think they've been moved. Ooh. I think someone moved them after the explosion and before the fire.
Can you explain that, please?
I'm almost positive the cause of death is asphyxiation due to gas inhalation. Look at the parts of their bodies that aren't scorched. The coloring around the fingertips is typical.
They wouldn't have felt a thing.
I think the fire damage is post-mortem. I think someone moved him into this room after the explosion.
It still doesn't make any sense. Why would you run into a burning building?
Yeah. Damn.
What are they doing?
The prayer effect is from the fire. Muscles and tendons contract.
Another day.
You ever think about how many people have died in this world? And how big heaven would have to be to accommodate them bigs?
No, I have not. Show some respect.
It's our boy. I think he watches the fires. I think the Sawyer fire went wrong.
So what about the guy we have in jail, Phelps?
We got the wrong guy.
That doesn't explain why he ran into a burning building. What would make anyone do that?
Guilt.
For the fires?
For his mistake. This guy wants to burn houses, not families. He expects the houses to be empty.
Exactly.
He was trying to redeem himself. Probably thought they'd be happier together.
You are one very disturbed individual, Phelps. I know you had it rough lately, but you should start to compartmentalize your thoughts.
He could be right. Can you come up with an alternative
I'm
explanation?
sure it's the same guy.
Are you telling me that some son of a bitch murdered these people, the whole family, and arranged them here like Cupid dolls?
Might fit, Cole, but I don't think we could ever prove it. There's very little evidence.
Evidence?
He's out here.
Albert, check out the hot water system. Make sure we're dealing with the same MO.
Sure, Phelps. I'll get back to you.
Leave the rest to us, Cole. You better find out what's eating Biggs.
Big said, I'm out of here. Let me see if there's any more smoke. I mean, not smoke. Of course, there's plenty of smoke. Any more evidence around here? Nope.
Nothing significant.
Ain't no more music, so. Wait a minute. I'll worry about Biggs later. He's a big boy. I'm sure he can handle himself. That water heater blew up like hell.
This is the flashpoint. The heater detonated with enough force to expose the foundations.
Damn. See anything else? I don't think I can make it back here. Oh, yeah, I can. That ain't important. Alright, let's get... Let's Biggs. And there, looks like he's throwing up.
So something finally got to you.
You want my help, pretty boy? You got it. You keep riding me and you won't be pretty much longer.
We can get this guy, Herschel.
You think you've seen everything, Phelps? I was with the 2nd Marines at Bella Wood. The things that went on in that farmhouse. My own guys on fire, screaming for a way out. You're not gonna get this guy. There's gonna be no photos and no citations. We're gonna kill this miserable fuck. End of story. You getting this?
You remember the list from the travel agent?
Sure.
The Morellis were winners too. Their name was on that list.
Christ. We should take a look around, work the neighbors, see what they know. I'll go across the street.
Okay, I'll try this side.
I haven't done this for years.
You don't look like a fireman, son.
Somebody talking smack. Oh, there's another piece of evidence right there. And go back here. Who's that?
Looks like the same model.
Varley. Fucking Varley. Varley. We got to get him. That's everything outside. One thing I always try to remember to check is the mailboxes too. So you never know. There might be something in there. Like a travel agency thing or something. So and then check the top view, I guess.
How did you get my number,
Newspaper.
Ira?
At first, I didn't understand you. But now I do.
I'd like you to come back to the clinic.
I'm helping other people now, Doctor.
I think you are confused. You haven't been to the clinic for weeks.
I'm not confused anymore, Doctor. I'm helping people be together.
This world is only temporary. We'll all be happier in heaven.
Why don't you tell me where you are and I can come to you? I think the fires should end now. They have served their purpose.
You're the
All
fireman.
the fires are only beginning, Doctor. After the fires, everything will be beautiful and clean.
Everything will be erased. The world will be fresh and new.
I can see my purpose now, Doctor. And you helped me to find it.
Yeah, Doctor one behind all this crap. There's some more clues somewhere. Damn, this shit blew up into dude house, huh? Shit.
LAPD. Can you tell me anything about the fire next door?
Terrible luck. Imagine after having won that weekend away.
What's your name, sir?
Foreman. Dudley Foreman.
Did you see or hear anything that might have...
Look, we were asleep when we heard the explosion.
Okay.
You didn't like Morelli, did you?
Some neighbors you get along with,
Cut
some
me
you
off.
don't. Guess they should have sold up.
What do you mean?
They're knocking down all these old houses and building a new subdivision for GIs. Morelli was being difficult.
You said someone is knocking these houses down?
Elysian Fields. You must know them. Their billboards, that Monroe character beaming down at you. We've had an offer for the house.
Did the Morellis want to sell?
I don't know.
Yes, you do.
Whatever you thought of
I don't
Morelli,
believe you
his
at
whole
all.
family is dead. They couldn't have all deserved that. I want you to help me here, Foreman.
Morelli was pig-headed. He built the house himself. He didn't want to sell. Stubborn fool was ruining it for all of us.
You said the Morellis had won a weekend away to Catalina Island?
Yeah, that's right. First thing I thought after the explosion was, thank goodness they was away. But then I find out they was still in there.
Who was running the competition?
What? I don't know.
You didn't enter yourself?
I'd already agreed to sell. The competition was an incentive for those who were still thinking about it.
Still some music. Oh.
Someone was keeping watch. Looks like they were here for quite a while. The brand looks distinctive. Whoever he was wearing boondockers. I would know that imprint anywhere.
I don't think we're done with him.
Hey, I don't have all day.
Did you see anyone hanging around the Morellis' home prior to the explosion?
Nope. Can't say as I was looking out, though.
Somebody was.
I think you're covering for someone, Foreman. Who is it?
And I think you are off your rocker. How can you make an accusation like that? What proof have you got?
I can see you're the excitable type. You shouldn't let your imagination run away with itself.
Thanks for your time, Mr. Foreman.
Sure. Hey, if you're interested, I have one of those competition flyers in the kitchen. I could get it for you if you like.
That would be great.
Any luck, Cole?
A couple of things. What did you pick up?
Folded piece of paper. Looks complicated.
Japanese call it origami. Can I take a look?
Sure.
Paper crane. There's a legend about them. You fold 1,000 of these and you get a wish.
Hey, don't break it.
I'm not. I'm unfolding it. It looks like a waybill or a flyer.
For what?
For Elysian Fields developments.
Elysian Fields.
Oh, I see you already have one.
That's the bottom half.
When did the flyer arrive in your mailbox?
They've been arriving for weeks. This one was in the mailbox when I got home from work yesterday afternoon.
Need to make a phone call. Got one of those questions wrong. I knew somebody was standing there, but I didn't know
Come on, you can tell me.
how to pinpoint
Is somebody gonna
them
tell us
on
what
it.
the hell is going on?
So use the boots.
I need an address for a property developer. Elysian Fields Developments.
One moment, Detective. The address is 748 North Oxford Avenue, Wilshire. Anything else?
Messages, please.
You have a message. Contact Captain McKelty immediately.
Thanks. Can you put me through, operator?
Of course. Here you are.
Commander?
Leads in the Morelli fire.
We're about to go and visit Elysian Fields Developments.
You're about to do what? Leland Monroe? He's a personal friend of the mayor and the chief. Are you out of your mind? I'm warning you, Phelps.
Commander, we have a line of inquiry.
You have something, you bring it to me. You're hanging by a thread, Phelps. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Good. Have a report on my desk today.
Kelty has warned us off over Elysian.
Makes sense. It's a dead end. We should check out Rancho Escondido.
You know the place?
Sure. Corner of Fountain and Wilton. Let's go. Shame about Chuck. The arson desk has been trying to nail that son of a bitch for years.
He's still in custody, Herschel.
Want to bet? Fella kicked him loose already. Can't hold him for misdemeanor cigarettes and matches. You know, there are times when you really miss a nightstick. There's more religion in the end of a nightstick than in 100 cathedrals.
I'm not gonna tell you again, sir.
Don't tell me when and how I can come and go on my own property.
It is not
This is
safe,
America,
sir.
dickhead.
Now step back, or I'll lock you up for a
Smart
fray.
mouth son of a bitch.
You sorry sack.
I'm gonna beat you black
Hold on a
and
second.
By these poor saps.
You're being damn foolish. This is not befitting a GI.
It's time for you to lose some teeth.
I'm gonna... Good thing you showed up when you did, detectives. Those folks were baying for blood.
Okay, then. Let's see if there's anything left to take a look at.
Well, these folks out here fighting in the middle of a investigation. What's this? Loose brick.
Mortar is like dust. Is that normal in a fire?
No.
You'd expect some shrinkage in the heat, but it looks like the cement barely adhered to the brick. Doesn't appear to be any wall ties either. This thing looks like it was built on the cheap.
Damn.
If we're paying a visit to Elysian and ruining my career, let's bite the bullet and get on with it.
Well, they should have been putting up these cheap ass, poorly made houses. Now where we heading to?
You know the way. You can drive.
All right.
Let's head there.
Where to?
Yeah. Cause what's up with that, Elysian? Oops. I'm here just walking into walls.
Detectives Phelps and Biggs, LAPD, to see Leland Monroe.
Do you have an appointment?
We're the police, lady. We don't need an appointment.
Can I tell him what it's about?
It's an official investigation.
There are 2 police officers here to see Mr. Monroe.
Send them through.
And that's our cue. Thanks, ma'am.
Okay.
May I help you, gentlemen?
We would like to speak to Mr. Monroe.
I'm afraid it's impossible. Mr. Monroe's schedule is booked weeks in advance.
Cut to the chase, sister. Is he in?
I'm not at liberty to reveal that, officer.
So he hired you for your intelligence?
I find that offensive.
You have every right to.
This is getting us nowhere, miss.
Casino.
Would you like us to return with a warrant?
That won't be necessary, gentlemen. Come into my office. Like a cigar. Drink, boys.
Sure, I'll have a scotch.
Biggs! We're investigating a series of domestic fires, Mr. Monroe.
It's terrible, boys. How can I help?
Elysian Fields and Suburban Redevelopment Fund flyers keep turning up in the vicinity of the fires.
They're turning up all over town, boys. Can you imagine the current demand for housing?
So that's your explanation, Mr. Monroe? Coincidence?
Explanation? Why, what's to explain? I advertise on radio and billboards for buyers, and I advertise for sellers using waybills.
You just look so slimy. I can't tell if he's lying or telling the truth, but he got a real sleazy ass look on his face.
We found a family burnt out in their home. Another house burned to the ground. Another Elysian Fields flyer. Our information is that they didn't want to sell.
Are you saying that's something to do with me? Is that your point?
Point is, every time we find a family barbecue, we find one of your flyers. Is that good advertising?
What do you know about a competition for families to win free vacations to Catalina Island?
My company runs many promotions. I'm not familiar with that one.
How you not familiar with that
Level
one?
with me, Mr. Monroe. You know all about the vacation offers.
Yes.
You can believe whatever you like, son.
Yeah.
You're missing the vital ingredient called proof.
I hear you. Let me show you the proof. Where is it at? Where is it at?
Your face is all over the flyers, Mr. Monroe. You know about the prizes, and you're aware that they get given to holdouts.
My face is the brand. It's on all our advertising. Did you know that the mayor and the chief of police are part of the Suburban Redevelopment Fund? You want to accuse them of murder as well?
Huckster. I just got a trophy for outsmarting them.
You've made offers to buy houses in areas where fires have been recorded.
Are you suggesting that I'm burning people out of their homes so that I can sell them new ones?
What happens to your plans if a family like the Morellis refuses to sell?
We work around them. Business finds a way. That's the American way.
That's bullshit too.
I think you're being less than candid, Mr. Monroe. You're building these homes to some timetable. You're under pressure to get rid of the holdouts.
And how exactly do you think you can prove that in a court of law, detective?
Because of them raggedy ass bricks you got. I really don't prove it.
Looks like I was mistaken. Come on, Mr. Monroe. You expect me to believe that you would build a new development with one of those old piles smack bang in the center of it?
Progress is an inexorable process, detective. Those who choose to stand in defiance are usually confined to the wastebasket of history. To answer your question, yes, we would build around them if we had to. Most people see sense.
What's Elysian Fields' involvement in Rancho Escondido?
One of our latest housing developments. It was due to open on the weekend, or was before the unfortunate conflagration.
It met with building code regulation.
Absolutely. Only the best for our returning heroes.
No. Now this is where the bricks go.
There's something out of kilter about that development.
Son, I've had enough of you and your fidgety friend. There's no way in hell you can prove that my materials were inferior.
I can prove your materials were definitely inferior, sir.
I'm no expert, but I think we'll find that the bricks being used on those houses are undersized and the mortar is faulty.
And there's no wall ties connecting the masonry to the frame.
Exactly.
Every building is built to a budget, boys. Those buildings were inspected and fully insured by California Fire and Life. Investment of that magnitude demands it. Do you think they'd vouch for the buildings without examining them? The arsonists, do you have any suspects?
We aren't at liberty to say.
I didn't think so. The contractors I use for waybills.
No, you
Suppose
dirty.
there could be any
You
other.
smile too much.
I have a list of their names if it'd be of any help.
That would be very helpful, Mr. Monroe.
Glad to hear it. I'm always happy to help the LAPD.
Sure.
My secretary will provide you with that list. Did you know that I'm on the board of the police pension fund?
Look at that. Look at that thread.
Glad to be of help, officers.
Charles peeped that little thread he just did.
What's the story? Any of these names ring a bell?
One of them does.
Herbert Chapman is on this list.
Find the phone. We need to know where we're at with Chapman.
Let's go find the phone.
Your boss is a fine man.
Page of the Times.
This guy's got a screw loose.
This guy must have escaped from the loony bin.
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Can you check whether we are still holding a Herbert Chapman?
Let me find out for you. He was released this morning, Detective. I'm sorry, Detective.
Not your fault. Can you give me a last known address and put out an APB on the guy?
I'll get back to you, Detective. APB will go out over KGPL shortly.
Thanks for your help.
Well, I love the chase till the minute I win it. A beautiful face till there's love for me in it. Give me your heart and baby I'll bill it. 'Cause I always kill the things I love. Some
Buy me a drink, Cole?
No.
Not even for old time's sake? Not even for that. You're not gonna ask me why I'm here?
I wouldn't give you the pleasure. We'll get around to it.
She's in fine voice this evening. I wonder how the commander would feel
Save
about...
the threats for someone who cares about them, Roy.
You're breaking my heart, Cole. You know how I feel about you. Stay away from Elysian Fields.
I should have known that you were playing errand boy.
You and your doofus partner. You have been warned.
Thanks for your cooperation, officer.
I love you.
Stay away. You have no idea the type of people that are involved in that
I
company.
have a pretty good idea, Roy. The same kind of people that sent you here.
Your investigation is finished. Homicide will be taking over from here. I've heard we've had a spate of grass fires in the hills that you and that hunchback might be able to handle. Thanks for the drink, Cole.
Can't stand his dirty ass.
You get the message about Monroe?
Yeah. Earl delivered it. You?
Kelvin. He started making noises about my pension.
Sorry about that, Herschel. I didn't mean to drag you into this.
Save it, Phelps. Monroe's an asswipe. And so was Earl. And so was McKelty when it's all said and done.
They're all involved.
KGPL calling car 11K.
11K, go ahead.
11K, the last known address of suspect Herbert Chapman is 650 North Kingsley Drive in Wilshire.
Roger that, KGPL. 11K en route.
Let's go pick him up.
You fought at Sugarloaf, didn't you?
I did. But I don't like to talk about it.
You come across a guy called Jack Kelso out that way?
You know Jack Kelso?
He's an insurance investigator over at California Fire and Life. Our paths cross from time to time. For some reason, seeing you makes me think of him.
Has, Jack spoken to you about his experiences on Sugarloaf? Or the rest of the campaign?
Jack keeps stum just like you do. I know what it feels like to get back from conflict. You gotta respect that.
Let's head over here and pick this guy up.
It's a power
lady.
game, Phelps?
God bless it. I just ran that person smooth over.
Sorry! My partner isn't the greatest driver in the world.
God, oh. It's not me, man. It's this car. Trying to figure out where this man stay at. Of course they're over here in the redevelopment land.
Come on!
I know, right? It's gotta be this road. I'm not getting a 5-star after running somebody smooth over. Might as well cancel that. If I get a 5-star steal, that's amazing.
We're looking for Herbert Chapman.
I'm looking for him too. I need him to move his car so I can mow the lawn.
He's definitely not here.
I've been banging on his door off and on for a couple of hours. Yeah, he's out somewhere. There's some kind
Let's
of
take
problem.
a look at the car.
Let's see. Herbert.
Let's see what he's hauling around.
There's the mosquito.
Motive, opportunity, and hard evidence.
Yep. He's got the flyers.
Definitely gives him opportunity.
got some bullets.
We should revise the APB. He's clearly armed.
Hold it, Cole. There he is. It's Chapman. He's coming out of the laundromat. Shit. He's seen us.
Cops. Again.
Oh, you definitely guilty, bro.
Son of a bitch. He must have caught the trolley. We gotta move fast, Cole. I'll call this in. Get some cars dispatched. Car 11K calling KGPL.
Can take care of this.
11K requesting assistance. In pursuit of suspect aboard the 1110 University streetcar. Currently heading east on Melrose Avenue. Advise all units. Suspect is in control of car and driving dangerously. Stay on his ass, Cole. Don't lose him.
Can't lose this. Come on, get out the way. Get out the way.
Hold him tight, Cole. As soon as he ditches the tram, we'll be there to grab him.
Get out the way, out the way, out the way. Oh, catch up. I hear this siren.
Get me closer to the driver's cabin. I'll plug Chapman. Step on it, huh? Get me just a little closer.
Well, we should get him now.
End of the line, you little prick. Come on, Cole.
Hell.
Looks like we have our man, Cole. Well done.
I'm not so sure. Chapman seemed to have his own agenda.
Dude came out busting, didn't he?
What are you talking about?
Fires benefit Elysian in some way. I see Chapman and Monroe working together.
You have a point. The evidence is good for Chapman. Hard to be worrying about his side of the story when he's blasting away with that big 45.
Nice work, gentlemen. Put yourself at considerable risk stopping that trolley and probably saved a lot of lives. Anyone else but you, Phelps, and you'd be up for a bravery award. We've had our eyes on that slippery son of a bitch Chapman for as long as I can remember. I couldn't be happier than to wipe him off the scoreboard. I hope this puts to bed that crazy stuff you had going about Leland Monroe. What were you thinking, Phelps? We'll be calling Richard Nixon a crook next.
Oh, wow. You ain't on it too. I can't believe this dude really with this thing.
What is it?
A letter from Lou. His insurance policy named me beneficiary.
California Fire and Life. You worked for Elysian?
The roof that he was working on collapsed.
It's a very generous settlement. Elsa, I'd like you to do something for me.
I think there's something dirty about Elysian Fields.
What has that got to do with Lou?
I want you to reject this settlement. I want you to go and see an investigator named Jack Kelso and ask him to make some inquiries about Lou's case.
Isn't this police work?
Do you want to find out what happened to Lou?
Why would he help this Kelso?
Jack won't be able to help himself if he smells a rat.
He is a friend of yours?
He hates my guts. Elsa, you could take this money and let them get away with it, or we could get Jack's help and do something about it.
Why not be honest with this man, Cole? He deserves your honesty if you want his help.
Believe me, Elsa, I'd like to level with him. I really would, but it's too late. Years too late.
Let's see what I got. 5-star! Yes, they did not care about that person at all. Still got 5 stars. No injuries. You see 0 injuries? City damage $20. They didn't even file that. They just like swept that body under the rug. Cause that person went flying. And these cars back in these days were tanks. They were tanks. So to get hit by a car back then, you definitely wasn't coming back. So they swept that under the rug. Still 5 stars. A walk in Elysian Fields. 7 out of 8 questions correct. 13 out of 13 clues. Case notes. Chapman takes his motive and any possible ties to Monroe and Elysian Fields to the grave. House of Sticks. That's what the next case is gonna be called.
Mr. Kelso?
That's what the sign on the door says, miss.
Alright. That's the end of this episode. I hope y'all enjoyed it. As well as many other episodes that'll be coming on Detective Thursdays. Hope y'all enjoyed it. But as always, this is MJ to the T, signing out. Peace. And see ya on the next case.